At first glance, Lilo and Stitch, 2002, and How to Train Your Dragon, 2010, might seem worlds apart. One is a Disney classic featuring a lovable alien, while the other is a DreamWorks saga about a young Viking befriending dragons. What these films do have in common, however, is a significant creative mind, Kris Sanders. A renowned animator, director, and voice actor, Sanders is the genius behind some of the most beloved characters in animated film history, including Stitch from Lilo and Stitch and Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. From Disney to DreamWorks, a legendary career. Kris Sanders' journey in animation began at CalArts, a breeding ground for some of the best animators in Hollywood. He started his career working on the animated series Muppet Babies and later joined Marvel Comics. In 1987, Sanders moved to Walt Disney Animation, where he worked on iconic films such as Beauty and the Beast, 1991, Aladdin, 1992, and The Lion King, 1994. His real breakthrough came in 1998 when he became the head of story for Mulan, 1998. It was in his time at Disney that Sanders conceptualized Lilo and Stitch. Inspired by an idea from years earlier, Sanders pitched the story of an alien creature shunned by society, a tale that would later evolve into one of Disney's most successful animated films. Not only did Sanders serve as the director, but he also voiced the character of Stitch, making his mark on the film in more ways than one. Lilo and Stitch became a commercial and critical success, spawning sequels, a TV series, and an anime adaptation in Japan. However, Sanders' time at Disney would come to an end in 2006 when he made the move to DreamWorks Animation, where he continued to shape the landscape of animated cinema. How to Train Your Dragon and The Birth of Toothless. At DreamWorks, Sanders had the opportunity to bring another iconic character to life, Toothless, the dragon from How to Train Your Dragon, 2010. Working alongside co-director deblois, Sanders helped craft the story of Hiccup, a young Viking who befriends a dragon, changing the way his village views the creatures. The design of Toothless, with his large, expressive eyes and endearing personality, bears a striking resemblance to Stitch, another of Sanders' creations. Both characters share a vulnerability and charm that make them unforgettable, despite being non-human. How to Train Your Dragon was another massive success for Sanders and DreamWorks. The film grossed nearly $500 million worldwide and received multiple accolades, including Academy Award nominations for Best Animated Feature and Best Original Score. The success of the film led to two more sequels, How to Train Your Dragon 2 in 2014 and How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World in 2019, as well as a series of shorts and spin-offs. Sanders' imprint on the franchise was undeniable, as he continued to serve as a key creative force behind its evolution. A brief setback, The Call of the Wild, 2020. After the success of How to Train Your Dragon, Sanders returned to Disney in 2020 to direct his first live-action film, The Call of the Wild. Based on the classic Jack London novel, the film stars Harrison Ford and a CGI dog named Buck, who becomes the leader of a sled dog team during the Klondike Gold Rush. Unfortunately, the film's reception was lukewarm, with critics and audiences divided over the use of CGI for the dog. Many felt that Buck's digital design detracted from the film's emotional impact, and The Call of the Wild became a rare box office flop for Sanders. Despite the setback, Sanders quickly bounced back with a new project at DreamWorks, The Wild Robot: A Return to Form. In 2024, Sanders returned to DreamWorks to direct The Wild Robot, an animated film based on the popular book series by Peter Brown. The film, which premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival, has been well received both critically and commercially, signaling that Sanders' creative vision is still very much in demand. The Wild Robot showcases Sanders' signature style, deeply emotional storytelling with lovable, complex characters and stunning animation. It currently ranks just below How to Train Your Dragon on Rotten Tomatoes' list of DreamWorks' best films, proving that Sanders remains one of the most respected voices in animation. A legacy of iconic characters. Kris Sanders has undeniably left his mark on the animation world. From Stitch to Toothless and now to the Wild Robot, his ability to create characters that are not only visually captivating but also emotionally resonant is a testament to his storytelling prowess. With upcoming live-action adaptations of Lilo and Stitch and How to Train Your Dragon slated for release in 2025, it's clear that Sanders' legacy will continue to inspire new generations of fans and animators alike. In the world of animated icons, few have had such a lasting influence as Kris Sanders. His ability to create deeply flawed yet lovable characters has made him a pioneer in the field, and his work remains a touchstone for future generations of animators. Even with occasional missteps, such as the underwhelming reception of The Call of the Wild, Sanders' work continues to shine, proving that his creative voice is far from finished.